9/4/2001. Happy Labor Day weekend to everyone. OEX S&P 100 index. What is the value of the S&P 100 index? It's your large cap 100 market capitalization is what they're based on, and among other things, we won't go into the whole details, but they are the large cap 100 U.S. equities, just like S&P 500 top companies. These are the large cap. Caterpillar's in here. We've been looking at that, how it's been getting sold down. There are values coming in there. Apple is in here, naturally. Amazon's even in here. American Express. These are all the stocks that are in here in this index that compile up this weekly chart. Notice that every one of them on Friday, the holiday Friday, notice that every one of them are negative. All of them, man. Look. They're all negative. That's one hell of a distribution. But it happens. The culprits are that there are leadership stocks in the NASDAQ 100 and trading the leadership. So we got lots of various different sectors that take the top 100 and put it in here. What we're going to look at is we'll talk about the leadership stocks. We already know what they are and the various different units. Sectors that are compiled. Look, here's the reality. We made a bottom here, unlike anything else, and we came all the way back up here, and we hit what used to be resistance at 552 here, and where we broke these double tops and had broke out to make the 2011 high, right along with the first reversal and the secondary one. Looks just like the other major indexes. What's troubling about it is that the green line, the 200-week, still keeps declining. We do have some shorter-term support levels here. We are weekly oversold, even with the upside dog days, but we had two sell sides, September 1 and 2, right up here. And that big daily or weekly wick right there, because it's a weekly chart, is not very encouraging. So what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at this 4-week. We ran up, we tested these trend lines, we're fading back. It's above the 200-week. Yes, it's weekly oversold. It's September. The thing about it is that the upside resistances into the 10-week declining over the 40, the 20-week crossover, and the 10 right here, they're all going down the hill. Okay, the 100-week, which is this line right here, the yellow line, we sold right into it on the first pass. For 3 weeks, we have not been able to regain it. Actually, 4 weeks, we got back below it, but we haven't closed above it yet. That's the problem with that. And what we want to see is that the large cap is faring well, and that the large cap is putting a bottom in here. The bottom is very susceptible at this point in time. It will be tested as we move through the asset allocation model in September. And that is where people have different techniques that they do. Hedge fund managers, institutional managers, money managers are all alike. So part of what happened in August selling is a little bit of part of what would be happening normally in the month of September, was a bloodbath. But September or August was a bloodbath, but September hasn't started out any better. Doesn't matter that it was light volume, doesn't matter. What matters is that the distribution is clear. And after struggling with this big correction that we had, and then we do have a base below us, and we need to hold a higher support level, so we need to build a base somewhere up in here now on the pullback, and or close above the 200-week and take out that 100-week. But no matter what happens is we're still going to be sellers into resistance, just like resistances here, that you would be selling into resistances, and that the large cap are still under that same trade that started back in July. It's still here, just at different days you have these counter trends and you go up and you hit the resistance levels, but they're selling into them. The overhead technical damage is horrendous. It will take a very long time to get back up through here. So any up move into here, moving in September, is that when they move up into resistances, the individual equities will go up to their resistance levels, but then they're going to roll over and it will be a sell-through program. That has not changed since the reversal over here. And the reversals that we have, that the trade management is selling to the resistance or selling to rallies. Because there is a lot of fear still in day 1 and day 2 of September, because on a weekly level, even though it's a holiday week, you don't want to see that kind of selling. Yes, it's narrow range, it's indecisive, it's low volume, it's all of that. Something will be happening though in this next week, and we'll be keeping our eye on the upper end of the resistance levels, how the support levels hold, and how Apple will respond in here, how Amazon will respond in here. Caterpillar will be also, we'll watch how it responds in here. Google is in here, we'll watch how it responds. And Goldman Sachs, of course. We'll watch some of the leadership in the large cap that lead this index as to how they're going to respond on their daily levels. Okay? I am calling for a major consolidation, and or if we break certain support levels, we go lower. In the shorter term of being overbought and being oversold is that you can stay oversold for a period of time just as you can when you're overbought. However, on a weekly level, the way that I see it here is that the percent DS is at a 28 level. It's not up here at 61. We have come down into this corrective phase. It's about consolidating, and or if we break the key support level, then we will sell off lower. But no matter how much more lower, if that should be the case, that we're going to hit a bottom. We're only going to stay down here so long. We've already had the attempted 2-week rally up that we called for. It's here. 5 days, 10 days to resistance, and then distribution September 1 and 2. Key level at support above the 200 week. Trying to consolidate above the 100 week would be bullish. The upper end of the resistance levels at first passes, just as you see here, are going to be the overhang. So when equities do go up to higher prices, that will drive that up here. The trade management will be at that point, do I sell short the large cap? Which you will, because they'll roll over as they go into resistance and test some moving averages. So basically, we have a lot of September ahead of us, but it's very important to know where that S&P 100 is, and it's right here, and it's not out of the woods, just like all the other indexes are not. So it's how we set up, we consolidate what that bullish sentiment is after this wonderful Labor Day is over, and how people return to the arena, how Obama does his thing. Right now, we're in a consolidation bottom. If we start to see a heavier return on the sell side, we'll break these supports. On the other hand, if we can consolidate for a number of daily movements above these key, that would drive these above the weekly moving averages, then we would say that we are going to go up and test here, but first we will have to see that on Monday. Right now, it's a neutral trend. It's a consolidation bottom trend, calendar 2011 starting out September. Support and resistances will be very defined in the large cap 100.